My father is a business owner, a taxpayer, and he's not a criminal. We beg for your help.
What is this, yo? And then kids are freaking grabbing teachers and crying on their leg because they don't know if they're about to see their parents when they get home? What the fuck is this? We voted for this shit?
I know this is outside my content, but as a Hispanic, I can't stay silent anymore. And I got a question. For those who voted for Trump, is this what you wanted?
As a white person, as a black person, as anyone.
The black community is mad because we're asking for their help. Instead of responding in a good way, they're really bashing us, bashing Mexicans. And saying,
I do have something to say first. This is my humble opinion. I think where we go wrong is that we ask for their help. Personally. And let me elaborate. I don't think that we as brown people should be asking another race of people to help us. I think if another race of people want to help voluntarily, then that's that.
Just last week, y'all had black fatigue. Just last week, every other demographic who wasn't black, y'all had black fatigue. Now y'all are demanding black bodies to be put on the front line. There's other ways to protest, there's other ways to help. But I find it kind of insane that all of you had black fatigue. But now y'all need black people help.
Black people in LA, mind your business. Black people in LA, mind your business. This don't got nothing to do with us. ICE and the National Guard being in LA has nothing to do with us. I don't understand rallying behind a whole bunch of people that hard ER you. They don't even like you for real. Everybody want to make their problems our problems. It's tired. It's tired. This don't got nothing to do with us.
If you are an African American, this is for you. Don't get in that. The strategy is beginning with different ethnicities, okay? But what they want us to do is they want us to jump in because they want a reason to put our butts in jail.
Do y'all see how voting for Donald Trump didn't give y'all a single brownie point with white uneducated voters? How it did y'all no good. Wearing a MAGA hat, thinking that was going to put y'all above it all. Now, abuela, Dio, and Tia, and Mijo, and Mija, everybody getting sent up out of here. Without an ounce of due process, right along with you. How y'all feel today? Honestly. Y'all did all that Latinos for Trump, we love Trump. Now you're up out of here.
Hey, this message is for everybody that voted for 47. First, I want to talk to the Latinos for Trump. Yeah, I don't know how many times, y'all done heard this. I'm not sure, and I'm not finna hold your hand when I say it because y'all knew. But we want to say this, or I want to say this. I don't know how many times I could say it and how many different ways I can say it, but we told you. How else can I say it? We told you so. We told you so. We told you this would happen. We told you to vote for Kamala.
So now you all want to march. Now it's urgent. Now it's a crisis. But when we tried to warn you all, what did you say? We were just angry black folks. Let's talk about what's going down in Los Angeles right now. Streets are falling with protest. Latino families, communities, mothers with their kids, crying, marching, begging for justice, trying to rally anyone they can, especially black folks, to come out and support them. And you know what? A lot of black people are saying, nope, that's your fight. And I want to talk about why that is. Because this moment, this ain't just about immigration. This is about political loyalty. It's about warnings ignored. And it's about consequences. Latinos overwhelmingly supported Trump in certain regions, even after the man made his petition on immigration crystal clear. Latinos overwhelmingly supported Trump in certain regions, even after the man made his position on immigration crystal clear. Even after kids were put in cages under his policies the first time around. Even after he called countries, and told people who are born in America to go back. So why are we acting brand new?
Talking about some black people, why you not helping us? You crazy as hell. Because last time I checked, every time we went through something, we went through that bitch our damn selves. Slavery, what the fuck's that? Last time I checked, we freed our damn selves. Yeah, that's right. Slavery ended because the war down here in Florida, with a group called the Florida Seminole Wars, that was black runaways, Native Americans, and black aboriginals, giving Andrew Jackson and the boys hell for 8 years straight. And we ain't asked nah nigga for help. How about Jim Crow? Last time I checked, y'all didn't ride for Emmett Till. What the fuck was that? What about redlining? What about the fight for reparation?
I was just on a conference call with some Latin groups, and one of them was Latins and Hispanic for Trump. They had the audacity for me to ask me would I make some videos to try to get the black people to come to the Latino side on a protest against Donald Trump and what he's doing to the Latin people in Los Angeles. And now Donald Trump is asking for the governor of California to be arrested. And I'm on the phone, I'm listening to these people. And so one of my friends, what's up, Swole? Are you going to help us? I told him no. I said, you the same person last year mocked me because I was back in Harris. You the same person. You are the same people that voted for this man. Millions of Latin and Hispanics voted for Donald Trump. The black community is not helping y'all. I'm not helping y'all. I'm not protesting. I'm not doing no videos or anything like that. For the Latin community and for the Hispanic community that was backing Donald Trump, this is y'all problem. It's not our problem. And no, I'm not making any videos for any Hispanic or Latin protests against Donald Trump. Y'all voted for him. He's y'all problem. Y'all go ahead and protest and do whatever y'all got to do. But I'm sorry, black people are not getting, we're not getting involved with this. You voted for the wrong person. Now live with it.
Well, let's get into some facts. In 2020, Trump gained a surprising amount of support from Latino voters, particularly in Florida and parts of Texas. And in 2024, that trend didn't just continue, it grew. Trump leaned in on conservative family values, strong anti-communism rhetoric, and economic promises. And guess what? Many Latino voters, especially men, ate that up. Some even ran around proudly talking about Latinos for Trump. They made TikToks, they waved flags, they mocked BLM protest. Some even used slurs and told black people they were lazy or always playing the victim. Yes, not all Latinos, but a very vocal group. And now, with Trump doubling down on his immigration stance, with ICE raids ramping up, with DACA protections being threatened and fast-track deportations increasing, these same people are suddenly like, hey, black people, come protest with us. Where was that energy when we were out here screaming for George Floyd, for Breonna Taylor? When we were getting our skulls cracked open in the streets by riot cops? Where were you all when we said Trump's policies weren't just racist, they were dangerous? Let's not act like black people didn't try to warn folks. Black Twitter, black activists, black church leaders were loud. We said this isn't just about us, this is about you too. But some folks got drunk off the Kool-Aid of anti-blackness and the promise of proximity to whiteness. They thought if they wore the red hat, played by the rules, and distanced themselves from those people, they would be safe. Well, reality just knocked on your front door, and it brought ICE with it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people deserve to be deported. I'm not saying families deserve to be torn apart. I have deep compassion for immigrants, legal and undocumented, who come here chasing a better life. But I also believe in accountability. And when you actively support a man whose whole platform was America First, and you thought that didn't include you, that's willful ignorance. And now you want black people to protest for you? But when it was us bleeding in the streets, we were alone.
A whole lot of Hispanic people is wanting black people to stand up for them for these ICE raids, and a lot of black people is getting online saying they're not gonna do that, okay, because of y'all voting for Trump. Now, understand that a lot of these people that's talking about it lives in South Florida. I live in, I don't know what part of Florida this is, but I stay near the airport. Anyway, all I know is that if we never stand together, we're always gonna be separated. I know that you don't want to risk your life for them. I get that. But at the same time, would y'all risk your life for us? We gotta ask that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it can go vice versa. But if we always, you know what I'm saying, never stand up for nobody, never be there for them, it's never going to be a time in history where we're actually standing all together. The only time is going to be in 2020.
Let me be honest about why some black folks are saying no. It's not pettiness. It's not lack of empathy. It's fatigue. It's betrayal. It's constant expectation that black people are always supposed to show up for everyone, even when no one shows up for them. We carried the civil rights movement. We birthed social justice activism. We shaped the blueprint for protest in this country. And what did we get in return? Mockery, dismissal, and sometimes straight up racism from other marginalized groups. Let me ask you something real. When was the last time you saw mass Latino support at a protest for a black issue? And I'm not talking about one or two people with a sign. I mean real organized solidarity. Because when anti-blackness runs deep, even in immigrant communities, it shows. So now that Trump's playing hardball with immigration again, now that folks are being rounded up and deported despite working, paying taxes, and having families here, now that the American dream is sleeping, folks want to build bridges. It doesn't work like that. Black people aren't your clean-up crew. We are not your emergency plan. We are not your free labor, not in movements, not in politics, not in pain. But here's the flip side. There are black people out here protesting alongside Latinos right now. There are people showing up because they believe in humanity, because they can see past the betrayal and say, no one deserves this. And I respect that. But let's not pretend this isn't a pattern. Time and time again, black people extend the hand of solidarity, and time again, we get banned. So yeah, some folks are choosing self-preservation. Some are saying, you made your political bed, lay in it. And it's harsh, but that's what happens when you ignore history, when you believe you'll be spared because you are the good immigrant, when you think Trump only has smoke for black people or those other immigrants. The man doesn't discriminate. If you're not white and rich, you're disposable to him. And don't let the "we are different from them" rhetoric fool you. Once you are no longer useful to the agenda, you are a target. And now, the targeting is real. Let's talk about the deportation. Since Trump's second term began, deportations have skyrocketed. Immigration judges have been instructed to fast-track cases. Protections under DACA are under fire. Children are once again being separated from parents. Raids in cities like Los Angeles have become more aggressive and more visible, designed to scare, not to enforce. This isn't about safety. It's about optics. It's about fear. It's about making an example out of people. And guess what? Voting for Trump didn't save you from any of that. And now, the very communities that told black people to stop whining, to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, are suddenly pleading for help. You wanted proximity to whiteness. You got proximity to consequences. So, here's where I stand. Yes, I care. I care about immigrant families. I care about kids being traumatized. I care about what this country is doing to people just trying to survive. But I also care about accountability. We told you all, loud and clear. You ignored us. You belittled us. You voted against us. You tried to blend in, not realizing that whiteness doesn't claim you. And now that Trump train has run over your community, you want to jump off and run into black arms. It's not that simple. So to my Latino brothers and sisters, if you're out there fighting, for real, then fight. Organize, protest, call out ICE, demand justice, but don't just show up when it's your turn to suffer. Show up for all marginalized people, especially black people, because if you want solidarity, it has to be mutual. And to my black folks, I see you. Whether you choose to show up in protest or choose to sit this one out, You're not wrong for setting boundaries. You're not wrong for remembering who stood with you and who didn't. Let this be a wake-up call. Trump doesn't have favorites. His policies are about division, not salvation. And if we are ever going to win, if we are ever going to survive this madness, we are going to have to be smarter than gaslighting and braver than fear. But what we won't do is save people who won't save themselves. You voted for this, and now it's knocking on your door. Guys, drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are about this. Also remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time, bye-bye.